Welcome back to the deep dive. We've got some really interesting material today from Cloud Secure Tech. We're focusing on retail.
Huge industry.
Exactly. And we're digging into cloud security within retail specifically because, well, the stakes are incredibly high.
They absolutely are. The reports we looked through, they paint a very clear picture. Cyber attacks costing retailers millions. We saw figures like an average cost of $3.48 million for a data breach just in 2024.
Wow, 3.48 million. That number, it really jumps out, it does.
It does.
And Cloud Secure Tech's blog makes it clear it's not just the direct financial hit, is it? It really erodes customer trust.
Oh, definitely. And brand reputation that takes years to build and can just sort of paralyze operations too.
Right. And meanwhile, you've got retail itself changing so fast using the cloud for amazing flexibility, things like real-time inventory management.
Yeah, or instantly scaling up websites for, say, big holiday shopping searches. That agility is huge.
Huge benefit, but as Cloud Secure Tech explained, that also opens up new doors for threats.
That's the trade-off. And what's really striking, I think, is how attackers often go after seemingly basic stuff. Like, for instance, well, we're talking cloud settings, maybe not configured quite right, or weak passwords, default passwords, maybe that just weren't updated. Even developers accidentally embedding sensitive secrets, thing access keys right into the application code itself, easy picking sometimes.
So it's not always these super sophisticated, complex attacks then. The material seems to suggest it's often about exploiting, well, fundamental security slip-ups in the cloud setup.
Exactly right. Basic hygiene failures, you could call them.
And the main prize thereafter, according to Cloud Secure Tech's blog, that's often payment data.
That's often the crown jewel, yes. Compromise sensitive customer financial info just once, and you're looking at years of fallout, serious damage.
Okay, that sounds pretty grim. But the flip side is the cloud itself also offers powerful tools for defense, right? The material pointed to solutions actually built into these systems.
It really does. That's the good news here. Cloud Secure Tech's blog highlight how cloud platforms often have robust security features baked in.
Like?
Well, automated threat detection, for instance, working 247 spotting anomalies. Then there's the critical layer of multi-factor authentication, MFA, to protect accounts.
Essential these days.
Absolutely. Plus, remote monitoring capabilities and, maybe most importantly, security that can scale up or down automatically right alongside the business's needs.
And this isn't just theory. We heard from experts quoted in the sources like Matthew Keeler. He put it plainly, cloud computing isn't really optional anymore for retailers. It's become fundamental both for that business agility and for keeping a strong security posture.
Yeah, but there were also some important warnings in there too. Okay, Jason Harlem, for example, stressed the need for ongoing, consistent security assessments. You can't just set it and forget it, right? It needs constant attention. And Willis Canty had this great analogy. He said, skipping disaster recovery planning in the cloud, it's like driving without a seatbelt. Oof. Yeah, that sticks with you. Most trips might seem fine, but when something unexpected happens, the consequences are severe and far-reaching.
That seatbelt analogy really lands. Okay, so connecting this back to you, the listener, why should you care about cloud security in retail? Right, because it's actually a really clear high-stakes example. It helps understand digital threats and proactive protection in a way that applies way beyond just shopping.
Absolutely. The lessons here about configuration, data protection, incident planning, they're pretty universal in our digital world. The principles echo across almost any system you interact with.
Right. So summing it all up, retailers face massive breach costs. The cloud is vital for them, but it brings specific, sometimes simple risks. And thankfully, cloud tools offer essential defenses if they're used correctly.
And the consistent message we saw was urgency. Waiting isn't really the best strategy here. Now's the time to bolster those security measures.
Which kind of leaves us with this thought, based on what we've discussed. Given that simple things like misconfigured settings or weak passwords are major risks even for big retailers, where else in your own digital life? Or maybe at work? Good question. Your personal accounts? Maybe your home network systems at your job? Could basic security oversights be leaving you exposed? It really makes you think about checking things regularly and having a plan for when, not if, something goes wrong, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's not just a big company problem, it affects everyone.
Definitely something to mull over.